All right, welcome to week 5 of the Christmas Around the World Crochet Along with Bizzy Crochet. This week we are going to make our angels, and we're also going to be making the manger or barn or surf hut, depending on what it is you're going to be making, or gingerbread house. But first we're going to start with our angels. So I'm going to be using, I love this yarn in ivory for this section, because I want my angels to be white. You could do it in any color you want, of course. I'm going to join in my corner with a single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet. Now we are going to, right off, this is going to be a row of lots of chains and skips and single crochets in certain amounts of stitches. So according to the pattern, we're starting out with a single crochet in 2, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 1. And then we're going to start right in with a single crochet in 5. Now this is going to be the repeat that goes across. So single crochet in 5. This is 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to chain 4, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to skip 3. That's your repeat going across. Single in 5, chain 4, skip 3. Single in 5, chain in 4, and skipping 3. Okay, I'm just going to throw a single crochet in here real quick to talk about the next corner. When you get over to here, you're going to end after 16 repeats of the skip 3. So let me see here. It's going to actually end exactly the same way that it started with, where's my beginning? Where we single crocheted into 2, we did a chain 2, and we skipped 1. So you're actually at the very end here. Once you get over to this edge, you're going to be skipping 1, chaining 2, and then singling into these last 2 over here. I just wanted you to be aware that the stitch is going to change once you get to the corner. It's not going to go straight up to the edge. So make sure that you're watching when you get over here, and you should have at least 3 stitches left over once you finish your last 5. Okay? So go ahead, keep repeating the single crochet into 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 4, and skipping 3. Okay, this should be nice and simple. It shouldn't take you too long. I'll meet you back up over here after we've joined with our single crochet. Don't cut your color. Alrighty, round 66 is done, and we have 91 stitches. You should have 91 stitches, just single crochets. Don't count your chain spaces. 91 on each side. Go ahead and slip stitch to your corner and start with a chain 4. That's going to count as a treble crochet. Let's do another treble. A chain 3 and 2 more trebles in that corner. 2 and 3. So we're going to do 3 more treble crochets into these single crochets right here. 2 and 3. Chain 2. In this chain 2 space right here, we are going to put 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, single in the next, skip 2, 1, 2, and now you're going to do a kind of a cluster inside this chain space. It's going to be 4 double crochets, chain 4, 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 4, and 4 more double crochets in that chain space. 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to skip 2, 1, 2, single, skip 2, and repeat. 4 double crochets, chain 4, 4 double crochets. We're going to do this repeat a total of 16 times. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's actually the end of that repeat. When you are looking in the pattern itself, the instructions that you're going to be following are those that are inside of the squiggly parentheses inside the square brackets. That's the area that you're going to be repeating a total of 16 times, which actually starts with the skip 2, single, skip 2, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so that's your repeat, is right there. So you're going to do that a total of 16 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Here's the last of the chain 4s from the row before. And so when you get over to this end, you're going to once again skip 2, single, skip 2. You'll put 4 double crochets into this, chain 2, and treble your way out of the row the same way that you entered the row. So where you did 3 trebles here and a chain 2 and 4, it's just the opposite. It's going to be 4 doubles, chain 2, and 3 trebles. Alrighty, and then you'll do 2 trebles, chain 3, 2 trebles in your corners. All right, go ahead and keep working that around. Join with your first chain 4, which counts as your treble crochet, and you should have a total of, and these are the skirts of your angels here, okay? So you should have a total of 17 skirts for your angels, which actually, these are your skirts here, okay? And you should have a total of 10 treble crochets. All right, so so basically the valley portion of this is what you're going to be counting. So 1, 2, and then across. All right, and we'll come back. We will work on round 68, where we will actually putting in their bodies and wings. All right, so I have finished round 67, but just to make sure that you're counting in the right spots for your angel skirts, there should be 17. So 1, 2, and it's going to be this valley. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, which should take you right up to the next corner. Alrighty. Excuse me. So we're going to start round 68 by slip stitching to our corner. We're going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That counts as a treble crochet plus a chain 3. Then we're going to treble crochet into our corner. Now treble into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to chain 2, 4 double crochet into the chain 2 space here loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said that incorrectly. Don't 4 double crochet in here loosely. It's the next spot that we're going to be loosely pulling up a loop into the next 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be pulling up a loop in each of those. So starting at this first one, just go in, pull up a loop. Next one, pull up a loop. Next one, pull up a loop. You're going to want to try and keep them up kind of the same height as each other. This is going to matter later. And that's why I say do it loosely. Because if you do it really, really tight, this is going to pull this down way too hard. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops that are on your hook. We are not going to chain one or anything like that to secure this. We are just going to go right into the 4 double crochet, chain 4, 4 double crochet in the next chain 4 space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so what we have done here, we're going to continue to do all the way across. So pull up a loop, 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 and loop. So there should be 10 on here. Yarn over and pull through all. Go right into the 4 double crochets. The chain 4 and the 4 double crochets. All right, so this is going to be our repeat all the way across. I will come back and do the far side corner with you over here, but go ahead and repeat this going all the way across. Remember that your valleys are where you're going to do your loops. That's the body of your angel, and the 4 chain space right here is going to receive the 4 doubles, 4 chains, 4 doubles like we did below. All right, I'll see you over in the other corner. Alrighty, my round 68 has been completed. You should have 17 angel's wings, and I know it says heads on there, but it's not their heads just yet. We're going to be making their heads in the next round. So angel's wings and 12 treble crochets going across. If you have 6 on each side, on each of your corners, you'll have 12 going on each side. All right, so this is the last round of our angels. Slip stitch to the corner, chain 1, single, chain 3, and single. Okay, now we are going to single into the 6 treble crochets that we created last round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops, I buried my yarn. Now we are going to do 2 single crochets into this chain 2 space. So 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to bobble in the cluster. So that's yarn over into the cluster, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up. And you usually do that 4 times. So you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loops. Pull through and chain 2. This one we do finish off with a chain 1 after our bobble, okay? And then we're going to do 3 single crochets into the chain 4 space at the top. So let me just lay this out so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, now we've created our angel head. All right, and this is basically just the attaching. It's not really going to stick out or do anything once we get onto the next round. So here we're going to go right back into that repeat, chain 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull through all, chain 1, chain 2, 3 single crochets into the chain 4 space. Voila. All right, that's the repeat you're going to do all the way across and all the way around. So chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, go through chain 1, chain 2, 3 single crochets. Alrighty. So I think you can go ahead and keep going on that. That one's pretty simple. Just remember chain 2, do your bobble, finish it off with a chain 1, and then do another chain 2, 3 single crochets into your chain 4 space at the top of the wing. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you back over here where we're gonna slip stitch with our first single crochet. Then you can cut off this round because we are done with our angels. All right, we are going to start on our manger, but first I'm just gonna take a moment to look at our angels. Your angels should look kind of angel-y at this point, and you should have finished off with 66 single crochets. That would include anything that you put into the corners, into your trebles, and into your chain spaces. So you do count those, all right? But we're gonna go ahead and start on our manger. Now, the instructions say do a dark brown and a medium brown, but my dark brown is a really, really dark brown, and I didn't want to go quite that dark. So I'm using what I'm technically calling my medium and my light brown for my manger scene. So I'm using dark brown to begin with because we're just going to lay down some quick rows, and that's just going to kind of look like dirt or something like that, just to give it a little bit of dimension. But I'm going to start in my corner with chain 1, single, chain 3, and single. Now, this is our setup row because we now have to come in and, cover over all of the angel stuff and all the openings that are there. So we're going to do a lot of chaining and stuff like that on this round. All right, go ahead and single into 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we are going to chain 5, but make sure you do it loosely so that you're not pulling your work too tight. So chain 5. You're going to skip the chains and the bobble. So these chains, the bobble, and these chains are all going to be skipped. You're going to go right over into the 3 single crochets that are at the top of this set of wings over here. And we're going to single into those. 1, 2, and 3. All right, now you have just seen the repeat for this entire side. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip everybody in the middle and single into these 3 single crochets at the top of the wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip chain, bobble, chain, go into your singles. All right, and that's what it's going to look like going across this particular round. When you get over to this corner over here, going to be the same thing. Chain 5, skip your last angel, and you're going to single crochet into the last 9 stitches on the opposite side. When you complete round 70, you should have 68 single crochets. So that's going to account for all of the single crochets, including your corner and the ones at the tops of the wings. Only count those, don't count your chains, all right? But 68 single crochets per side. All right, I'll meet you back up over here. We're gonna slip stitch. Do not cut off after this round because we got one more row of this to go. All right, moving on to round 71, we're gonna slip stitch into the corner space, which I've already done, and chain 1, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into the same space. Now we are going to be working around our chains and into our single crochets on this row. So we're going to be making a nice straight row to work off of. All right, so single in your singles, and that would be a total of 10 right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now around all of our chain 5 spaces, we are going to put 5 single crochets. So not into any of your chains, going around. 1, hold on, I'm having trouble here. It's getting so big. It's getting hard to work in this small spot. So, all right, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single into the 3, and that's where we're going to be. That's our repeat. 5 single crochets around the chain 5 space and a single into each of your singles going across. And so what we're doing is we're encasing that chain so that when we go the next round, we're actually going to start making our mangers. So we'll change colors on the next round, but this is so that we have a nice straight edge to work off of. All right, so I'm going to keep working on this and putting my 5 around the chain 5 and singles in my singles. You should have a total of 155 stitches, single crochets going across each side. Make sure that you count. I know it's a lot. You might want to use some stitch markers as you're going along and you get to like 25 or 50, just to make counting easier at the end of each round, because these are getting pretty big. So, all right, I'll see you over here. We're going to slip stitch here and go ahead and cut off because we're going to change to our barn color. Okay, on to round 72. Make sure that you have 155 single crochets going across each of your sides before you move on. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and join with a chain 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This counts as your double crochet plus a chain 3. All right, we're going to double crochet into that same corner, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into 5. Chain 1, skip 1, double into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, and double in 5. Now that's going to be your repeat for the remainder going across. Chain 2, skip 2, double into 5. All right, chain 2, skip 2, double into 5. Now this is going to be the bottom of your barn, or your surf hut, or your gingerbread house, whatever it is you are making. This is the bottom. Chain 2, skip 2, double into 5. All right, so as you're going, and once you hit the end, you should have 113 double crochets per side. Don't count your chain spaces, just your double crochets. These should be pretty easy, 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. as you're counting. So go ahead, finish this. When you get around, now your corners are going to be just a double crochet, a chain 3, and a double crochet. Don't put 2 of them in there. You're going to end your sides with 1 extra in the last hut, because when we get to the end here, you're only going to chain 1, skip 1, and then slip stitch to your or put your corner in, your double, your chain 3 and your double. So when you do this last hut, you're going to do your 5, but then the instructions always also say double crochet into the next. So you will have actually 6 double crochets in the very last one. All right, so like I said, go ahead and continue around. Remember, your last one on the side gets 6. You'll chain 1, skip, and you'll slip stitch to the 3rd chain of the first chain 6 in order to complete this round. Alrighty, last round for this week. We've just finished up round 72. We're moving on to round 73. So go ahead and slip stitch into your corner, chain 1. We're going to put 2 single crochets, chain 3, 2 single crochets this time. We just want to fill in, because it's kind of a big gap in the corner there. We just want to fill it in and get it nice and squared off. All right, and now we're going to single crochet into the double crochet and the chain 1. So double and chain 1. We're going to skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and in the middle, or the 5th, we're going to put 4 double crochets, a chain 1, and 4 more double crochets. So basically what we're doing is creating the top part of our building, whatever kind of building you are creating. This is your top. All right, go ahead and skip 2 and single in the chain 2. We're just putting 1 single crochet in that chain 2 spot, but you should have a nice round top to your gingerbread house, your creche, your barn, whatever it is you are making in your blanket. So let's do that again. Skip 2, 4 double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, all in that same middle stitch. And we will single, so we're skipping these 2 and we'll single in the chain 2. You're putting a fan on top of the bottom of your building. All right, so I just want a quick talk with you. This is what it's going to be. You're going to single in your chain 2 space. You're going to do 4 with a chain 1 and 4 in that center spot. The only one that is going to be a little different is when you get to this last one over here. You're going to still skip 2, but you're going to put your 4 double crochet here. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to put your 4 double crochet into the next one. So you're going to be using the middle 2 stitches of this 6 instead of just, on the other ones we only have 5. So this one, you treat these 2 as the middle. It'll still look just as pretty, and you'll still skip 2 and put your single into that chain 1 and into that double, and then 2 chain 3, 2 in the corners. All right, this is the last round of week 5, and I want to just thank you guys for making this with me, and I hope that you have enjoyed yourself this week.